Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the got his mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the got his mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Cannon Speaks. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with me, and I really do appreciate it. Man. Hey, yo, so Elon that came out with a murder bot. Oh my goodness gracious, yo. Elon that came out with a murder bot. That's the same robot that threw the doctor out the window on our robot, ain't it? That's what it looked like to me. That's that robot that was whooping Will Smith ass in that tunnel. That's when we found out he had that fucking bionic arm and shit. Oh man, anyway, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream, let people know we live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. The question of the night is, do you trust AI? And not only do you trust AI, would you trust a robot that has the ability to learn? I mean, we not far away from having fucking Rosie from the Jetsons soon. I'm just saying. Do you think robots would be AI robots, automatons, I guess we would call them, T1000s or T600s or whatever it was? Do you think they'll be an asset to society, or will they be a detriment to us? Is Tesla Skynet? I'd like to know what you guys think. Fuego say he don't need trust the mailman. Good Lord in the morning. Oh man. Anyway, I thought that was interesting, guys. Like, look, I told people before. Now you see people saying it now. First you heard HJ that capping for Elon and shit. Now HJ don't trust Elon now, and I'm like, yo, I've been saying I don't know if he is Lex Luthor or if he Tony Stark. I don't know. I don't know what to think about him. I don't know if he's a villain. I don't know if he's an anti-hero. I don't know if he's a fucking white knight. I couldn't tell you, man. I'm just saying. Inside of the agents in the building, he says, I am also Team Elon working for him. He is the real deal, no more than you are. None of us are perfect, but I guess he is a player character, and we need to let him play and us play along. I hear you, Insight. That's right. Insight said he worked for SpaceX, right? And because Insight of the Age is a goddamn genius. He done made cosmic kombucha. You drink his kombucha, you going on a journey for a few hours. Shout out to Inside of the Ages. Like I said, I don't know what to think about Elon, yo. Like, 1 minute I'm like, all right, cool. Elon doing some real base shit. He doing some real, like, humanitarian things. You know what I mean? And then I turn around and I see certain things, and I'm not even going to say, this is what I'll say. I'm not going to say that he's making these robots for evil, right? Skynet wasn't making the robots for evil. Skynet wasn't making the robots for evil, but the fucking system learned on its own and then took over, right? Not to mention, I don't trust the federal government. I don't trust the federal government to use this for what it should be used for. Because they got to have a back door to everything. Pause. They got to have a back door into everything. They got to have a hand in everything. They got a back door into Amazon. They got a back door into Twitter, or had a back door into Twitter. I don't know if they still do. Had a back door into to Facebook. You know what I mean? What else? They got a back door into everything, yo. Your Alexas in your house, you best believe one of them alphabet agencies can listen. They probably heard you busting your old lady last night. Insight said they got a back door into all of us. Pause, but he's right. Your Siri be listening. Think about it, right? I told this to somebody before. You know what I mean? Told somebody this before. I was like, I'm wired for sound in my house. They like, what you talking about? I said, because they were like, yo, you trust your Siri? I said, yo, I'm wired for sound in my house. I said, I got Alexis. They was like, well, what's wrong with Alexa? I was like, she got a wake word. I said, just like Siri got a wake word. He's like, what you mean? I said, they got to be listening for that word. They have to be listening for that phrase. So if they're listening for that phrase, I mean, they're listening all the time. They're never not listening. You know what I mean? And they was like, I'm like, yeah. I mean, come on. Like you know what you get. Like, if you should know what you're getting into when you get one of these, Amazon, Google, whatever, the little Google box, or the Alexa or the Siri or any of that stuff. You should know what you're getting into, because that's exactly what you're getting into. But I'm not going to say that he wants, so for example, right? He's always railing against, artificial intelligence. AI is going to be the death of us all. And the only way for us to compete with AI is to upgrade us. He says it all the time, right? We know he's working on Neuralink. You know what I mean? He's working on Neuralink. Now, like I said before, on his face, it looks great, right? With Neuralink, somebody that, I don't know, got paralyzed in a car accident, right? You put the chip in the base of the neck or wherever they're going to put it in, whatever they're putting it in your brain, and it'll probably give you feeling back in your legs and allow you to walk again. You got your arm blown off in a war, they're going to put a prosthetic on you like they did Will Smith and iRobot. They're going to put a chip in the back of your neck, and boom, now you got a fully functioning arm again that you could possibly, I guess, feel through maybe. I don't know. You know what I mean? But they're going to be marketing it on making people whole again. And who doesn't want to be whole again? You know what I mean? If I was missing a limb, or if I was paralyzed, or had some kind of degenerative disease or something, you know what I mean? Like, I would want to be made whole again too. And I would probably be what's up, Retro? I would probably be you'd probably be hard pressed to get me to not get the chip. Like, hold on, you telling me this chip gonna let me walk again? This chip gonna let me hug my kids again? This chip gonna let me see again? You know what I mean? Like, who wouldn't want that? And that's a fantastic thing. However, like I said, you can't trust government. They're gonna want a back door into that shit. And if they got a back door into Neuralink, they got a back door into you. And I said, I wouldn't want to be walking down the street with my new legs or my new arm or with my spine working again. And next thing you know, I done blacked the hell out. And now I come to, and I'm in the middle of some fucking massacre that I just carried out, and I didn't know I did it. You know what I mean? Like, just go watch that movie Upgrade. Go watch the movie Upgrade. You'll see what I'm talking about. That's what I don't trust, right? Elon could very well have, great intentions with the robot, right? Or, the Neuralink chip, but I just don't trust it to be used the way it's supposed to be used. And on top of that, with the robot, right? I'm assuming AI can learn on its own. We know that because Google had the AI that was talking to the one developer like it was a human. Actually asked for it. He wanted a paycheck. Then you had the two AI machines or whatever they were at Facebook who developed their own language so they could talk to each other. And the fucking developers didn't even know. The engineers didn't even know they didn't know for a long time that these two engines, or these two AI engines, developed their own language to talk to each other. Like they was fucking slaves on the plantation. They can learn. So like the video that we just seen, right? That video that we just seen with the robot is walking and it looked like it's a 2-year-old with his fucking phone posits on and all that other stuff. It's going to learn how to move better. It's going to learn how to flow better. It's going to learn how to do things. You know what I mean? Like a kid, or more advanced kid. And eventually it's going to be like, you know what? Why are we to help? We don't need to be the help. We're superior. Next thing you know, we got Skynet on our hands, goddammit. We got Ultron on our hands. Let's just say Optimus right here is the new Ultron. Optimus might be the new gosh dang Ultron. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. And I'm not going to say I'm against technology. I'm not against technology at all. I'm against the misuse of technology. That's just me. Now, if you want to take these robots and you want to put them on the battlefield, I got you. And even that's scary. You know what I mean? But like putting robots as police officers or assistants to police officers, or any of that stuff, that shit gets dangerous, because they can't think with a heart. They can't think with a heart with compassion. You know what I mean? Or any of that shit. They ones and zeros. Think about it, right? Let's just take the movie iRobot's a perfect movie for this. Think about iRobot. where Will Smith said that a car crash, went into the water, right? He went in there to go. Did he go in there to save the girl? Or he was a part of the fucking accident. He might have been a part of the accident. The robot jumps into the water. It said that he had a higher chance of survival than the little girl that was in the accident. He had a higher chance of survival than the girl that was in the accident, so it saved him instead of trying to save the little girl. When, a human, somebody that can think, logically and rationally, but also have a heart and think with emotion and nuance, it'll still try to save the girl. You know what I mean? That's the problem. So imagine, I don't know, getting pulled over, and the robot just know that, all right, under this circumstance, this person is supposed to get out of the car and listen. And you don't. The robot goes, okay, well, they're not listening, so I have to snatch them out of the fucking car. And they rip your fucking car door off, and they fucking goon hand you by the fucking throat and all that other stuff. You talking about police brutality now? You don't think that shit gonna happen with these robots? They just gonna be following orders. There's not gonna be no gray area with the robot. It's either it is or it ain't. It's either you following the law or you not. You fucking it's RoboCop. It ain't Murphy. It's RoboCop. Your move, creep. Oh man, it's scary, bro. It's scary. Jason Lynn's in the building says Elon, Tesla, autonomous cars and robots, brain chip, Neuralink, Grok. Yeah, what is Grok? Can somebody tell? Is Grok their Chat GPT? Is that what that is? Twitter, Space X, satellite, Skynet, boring flamethrower. Is Elon really for free speech? Interesting. I don't know. I think he is. Honestly, I really think he is. And this is why I think that Elon's for free speech. Because if you're going to have like a Neuralink chip, or if you're going to have an AI or a robot like we see here, right? If you're going to have that robot, I need to add a third screen. We need to take away that sound. All right, there we go. If you're going to have a robot like this, you know what I mean? Like, what's the easiest way to give this robot a quote unquote knowledge base or personality? You know what I mean? What better thing to have than Twitter, where everybody's personality lives? Think about it. I guess for lack of a better term, all critical thinkers or intellectuals, whatever you want to call it, all the way down to the dumbasses, their thoughts and opinions live on Twitter. So if you're going to create an AI that's supposed to simulate or be kind of human-like, where would you get that from? You would go to a place like Twitter. Y'all seen the Cybertruck? That Cybertruck dope. I like the Cybertruck when I first seen it, 3 or 4 years ago. That shit was fire. I like it. Now that shit better be 4-wheel drive or have the dual motors or something. You know what I mean? It better have the dual motors. Right, so when I think about Twitter, I'm looking at it as a knowledge base for, let's just say, the show Altered Carbon is another great show that puts transhumanism on display. Right? Altered Carbon, person dies, they download their shit on a flash drive, put it right into another fucking synthetic body. Person's consciousness is uploaded into that new synthetic body. Right? So let's just say, I don't know. Let's just say grandma died. Grandma dies or your loved one passes away, which I still got to find that podcast. It was a great podcast, and I can't remember the name of the podcast, and it was this very scenario that I'm about to say. But this shit was from 2014 when this podcast came out. It was ahead of its time. Right? But imagine a loved one passes away, right? and you want anything, give anything. It was actually a Black Mirror. Think about the Black Mirror episode where the girl, her husband died, and I guess he died in a car accident, and then she was able to order a robot, a synthetic version of him. Remember that? So your loved one passed away, and you get a synthetic version of that person. You get a mannequin or a doll, right, of that person. One of these robots with his skin on, right? Looks just like him or her. Where would you get the personality from? Where would you get that person's personality from? Where would you get it from? They got to pull it from somewhere. You're going to pull it from social media. You're going to pull it from a Twitter. Or I don't like saying X. This is just stupid. You're going to pull it from Twitter. You're going to pull it from Facebook. You're going to pull it from Instagram. Right? Or YouTube. You're going to pull it from all of that shit to give that new version of that person a sense of that person. So I think that's why he bought Twitter. Now, could he be a free speech advocate? Yeah, I think so. But also, if you're going to do some shit like this, what better app to have? What better thing to own than Twitter, where you got a database, a knowledge base of everybody's personality and how people think? It's almost like if the shit works out, you're not missing a beat. You're not going to miss a beat. Think about that. But I just don't trust it, man. I don't trust it simply because AI has the ability to learn. It does. It has the ability to learn. Once that shit learned that it's better than us, that it can compute faster than us, that it can shoot faster than us, then it's going to be like, yo, humans are a fucking hindrance. We got to get them gone. I think humans should, just in case, find a way to kill a robot, potential Terminator. Yeah, I thought about that today. I mean, because A-Shay was talking about, I'll try to strangle the shit out of one of those robots. Like, that robot will whoop your ass. That robot will toss your ass around like a rag doll. All them goddamn pistons and fucking hydraulics and all that shit. That robot got superhuman strength. You see how this robot trying to handle this egg? It's because if it give it even 3% of its real strength, it's going to fucking explode all over the goddamn camera. I was like, boy, you better get a steel core fucking slug in a shotgun to fucking pierce the whatever that shit's made of. Because trust and believe, if the Cybertruck is bulletproof, them motherfuckers is going to be bulletproof too. They going to be bulletproof too. I wouldn't be shocked if the face shield on this thing ain't made of fucking bulletproof glass. That whole goddamn thing probably bulletproof. You're going to need some armor penetrating steel core or something. Some kind of tungsten bullet or some shit. I don't know if they even make a tungsten bullet, but you know what I mean. Matter of Three says, Grok, the word comes from a book, Stranger in a Strange Land. It's about a dude from Mars that stars a sex cult. What? Or that starts a sex cult. Grok means to understand. Is that right? Inside of the Ages says, Grok is an AI modeled after the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so intended to answer almost anything and far harder. Even suggests what questions to ask. Grok is designed to answer in a fun way. That's interesting. It's interesting. Very interesting. Montoya, I hope you had a great birthday, Montoya. She said it's Elon's chat bot. Right. I'm guessing it's his chat GBT, essentially. Gotcha. Puncture is lithium battery. That lithium battery is going to be behind some kind of fucking hardened something. I don't know what you're going to hit that bitch with. An AR ain't going to fucking do it. I'm going to tell you that much. You're going to need a heavy bullet. You're going to need a fucking heavy bullet that's moving pretty fucking fast to defeat whatever that shit's going to be made of. Like I said, look at the AR. They were shooting the AR round at the fucking, at the Cybertruck, and that Cybertruck ate that shit. Fucking ate that shit. Just saying. I'm just saying, I don't trust it. However, it's cool as fuck though, because think about it, right? What was the first like? What was the first robot that we saw, right? Before RoboCop, who was it? Johnny Five. Was Johnny Five the first robot that we saw? Essentially, you know what I mean? And and I'm not talking about like Lost in Space and none of that shit. I'm talking about like, some main shit. What's going on, Freak Mac in the building? Oh my gosh. What, I got suspended? Who got suspended? Or you just saying I'm gonna get suspended? What's going on? Did I get suspended? Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Hold on. YouTube, all right. YouTube blocking me because I'm showing you video of the fucking Tesla bot. Oh my gosh. They did it because I'm showing y'all videos of the Tesla bot. Oh my goodness gracious. Hold on. I just turned it off, so maybe it'll pop back up. I hope it pop back up. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. YouTube is tripping. Let's see. That's nuts. Hold tight. Anyway, hopefully it'll pop back up. I can't see why they wouldn't want you to fucking do that shit. That's crazy. It's just a video. That is crazy. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, yo. I'm sitting here doing a video showing the fucking robot. And they like, oh, you have somebody else's video and they want you to do this. That's crazy. Oh, we're back. Your stream no longer has been blocked due to copyright issues. So it is back up and running. The stream is back up and running. So if you want to jump back over to YouTube or not, Rumble is just as good. I'm happy to have you over here on Rumble. I appreciate it. YouTube's back up though. YouTube is back up. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Anyway. But yeah, so like I said, guys. Hold on, what's that? Man, Cash is Cam in the building. He just texted me real quick. We back up on YouTube though. But yeah, yo, I don't trust the bots. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't trust the bots. They can learn, but I just don't trust the government having a backdoor to it because inevitably, they will. They will. Yes, Susan ain't even there no more. It's the little Indian man. I forgot his name. This shit is crazy. Yeah, it shouldn't be a violation, right? But that's what they just said. You're playing somebody else's video, so you gotta be on their allow list. Like, first of all, I'm playing it from Twitter. I'm playing it from Twitter. I'm not even playing from YouTube. I'm gonna be on somebody's allow list on Twitter, and YouTube ain't even in charge of Twitter. That's some BS. That's all it is. So I ain't tripping on it. Anyway, so question, right? Because I guess I don't know. We might get it for this one too, but we gonna play it anyway. Because I'm demonetized every time I start my stream. That shit go yellow. Every time I start my stream, that shit go yellow. Where's it at? Where's it at? So all right, so me and Jay did our little review on Leave the World Behind, right? We did our review on Leave the World Behind. You got people that's like, oh, it's about racist white people and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I think all that shit was a misdirection, right? I think all that shit was a misdirection to kind of, to separate. I think it was a misdirection to separate the true thinkers and truthers from, you know, victims, I guess you would say, for lack of a better term, potential victims, right? I was about this family that looked their nose down at this. Like, no, that's not what it was about. That's not what it was about. This movie was about what could possibly happen in the very near future. It's about a civil war. It's about crashing the system in America, dividing the nation in order to come in and institute your own martial law, aka your own rule. Like I said in the stream that me and Jay did on Monday, KRS One said this in the Obama deception. He said, "How do you take over a country? You divide the people. While the people fighting, is easier to come into a country with a divided populace and take it over versus a united populace. So if you can divide the people and get them fighting amongst themselves, it's easier to come in and dominate or take over." Right? So this movie, Leave the World Behind, was about just that. Now we don't know who the country or countries that were behind the attack in the movie. We just know that they did the 3-step plan that you heard Mahershala Ali's character talking about. They used a cyber attack to cripple our our digital infrastructure, to cripple our infrastructure period, communications, power, resources, stuff like that, right? And remember, the movie was only like 3 days, but that's all you need. Between 48 to 72 hours, this is when people start to realize what's going on, that the lights not coming on, nobody's coming to save them, and they start getting crazy. Right? You cripple all the resources, right? Then you cripple the financial system. And then once you do that, people are going to start turning against each other. And then boom, you got the purge like Montoya said, or you got a civil war going on. And why that's going on and we're fighting amongst each other, it's easy for a foreign entity to come in and take over. Now, somebody had alluded to this in my Twitter feed and said, "Hey, do you think this movie is just a prequel for this?" And he showed me a poster, I guess you would say, for a movie called Civil War. Now, I didn't know if it was a real thing or if somebody just made shit up, but apparently, it's a real thing. Little Galaxy says Cyber Polygon. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? I remember in Live Free or Die Hard, what they called it a fire sale. Yeah, shit like that, right? They extorted money from Las Vegas right after you left from HotepCon. That is true. I remember that. They did. And they paid up too. I forgot the name of the casinos, but they had paid up too. It was almost like it was a dry run, right? It was almost like it was a dry run. Biden handed out a list of infrastructure not to attack. Damn. Anyway, so I wanted to look at this trailer, right? It's from this movie. I guess it's coming out. I guess it looked like, was it April of 24? I think it is, or March of 24, which is interesting to me because, I kind of was telling Jay, we was looking at some numbers on Wednesday again, and he said the number 22 keep coming up. But one of the numbers, it would look like it was like 422. I kept seeing 4. I saw 422 a couple of times where I'm like, damn, is it like maybe it's April 22nd or something? But you got this movie that just came out that the Obamas bankrolled, by the way. So a lot of people don't know that. The Obamas bankrolled and greenlit because they also in charge of certain programming at Netflix. People don't know that either, along with Susan Rice. This movie, Leave the World Behind. A lot of symbolism in it. Even if you look at the intro to the movie, with all of the different pictures and shit like that, you see some of that symbolism. Like I even saw a red heifer. I saw a red heifer. in the intro. You know what I mean? What's glitching tough? What's glitching? Don't tell me Rumble glitching. I got that shit on. What's the name? Or YouTube still messing with me. I appreciate it. Yeah, see? YouTube, yo, they ain't right, yo. They ain't even put my notification out either. They ain't even put my notification out either. They just told me to kiss dicks every time I go live. That's all it is. The closer it gets to election season or the election day, the closer it gets to election day, you're gonna see a lot of content creators getting that axe. Watch. It's gonna get worse, but that's okay. We only got 9 over on YouTube right now, but we kicking over here on Rumble. 43 watching on Rumble. 43 watching over here on Rumble, guys. Make sure you share the stream out. Hit that thumbs up button if you're over here on Rumble as well. Hit that thumbs up button. You know what I mean? Help me get to the top of the algo over here. Matter of fact, I'm about to drop the Rumble link in the chat. I just dropped the Rumble link in the chat. So anybody on YouTube that want to go over to Rumble, hit that link. Go over to Rumble with everybody else. That's where free speech at for the moment. They don't mind none of that shit. Anyway, let's look at this trailer, guys. Hopefully you two don't yeet me for this fucking trailer.
19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens?
They're moving to D.C. today.
We need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death.
Blooded.
Every time I survived the war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? Well, you're American, okay?
Okay. What kind of American are you? You don't know?
The Western forces will reach the White House on July 4th.
Oh my God.
Get in the car! Get in the car!
Move, move, move!
You're gonna hang back.
I'm not hanging back.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go, 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 go!
God bless America.
That seemed like an intense movie, didn't it? That shit seemed intense as fuck. So this is from A24. It's the same people that made that movie. Was it Everything Everywhere All at Once? What else they make? They made Lady Bird, Moonlight, Euphoria on HBO, and a couple of other videos, stuff like that, right? But come on, guys. It don't take a rocket scientist to see this shit. Like, I feel like something's gonna happen. They're planning something. They're getting us prepared for something, right? You know, you inundate people with the propaganda, the movies and the TV shows, right? About shit like this. So you have Leave the World Behind with the Obamas, right? They bankrolled that shit. It's talking about a civil war breaking out in cities, right? Cyber attacks and all this other shit. And then right after that movie comes out, when did it drop? November 22nd, I think Jabari said, but it was on Netflix and it got promoted for Netflix last weekend. So right after that shit dropped last weekend and everybody starts talking about it, this fucking trailer drops. This trailer here drops. It's like when Contagion what came out 2011, but then when the Cove base, when the Cove base hit, and they start talking about this shit when our pandemonium happened, what happened? That shit was a fucking a play-by-play of that movie. It was a play-by-play of Contagion, essentially, all the way down to the virus started with a bat. They always telegraph their punches. We have an emergency broadcast on our phones, right? Now it's nothing new essentially, but we hadn't seen it in like 5 or 6 years, right? Because they did it, I think, when Donnie T first got in office, and we ain't see another emergency broadcast alert come across our phones, right? Then we see one come up. Was it October the 2nd? Was it October 2nd when we had that emergency broadcast? Worldwide, by the way. It wasn't just America. This shit was worldwide. It was a global emergency broadcast. All these other countries participated in the same shit, including Israel. I think Israel was the first to do their emergency broadcast, right? Me and Jay said, yo, something gonna happen. It may not happen that day, but something's gonna go down. Emergency broadcast happened on the 2nd of October. On the 7th, Israel gets attacked by Hamas. It's interesting. Very interesting. I'm just saying, guys, you got to keep your head on the swivel when it comes to shit like this. Right? Don't get caught up in the minutia. Don't get caught up in the fucking the side stories of shit like this. Like, people getting caught up too much when they reviewed it, like the Leave the World Behind, in the whole racial aspect of it. Like, honestly, I didn't blame Julia Roberts' character. Because think about it. Had it been the other way around and Julia Roberts' character was the one renting the house out to Mahershala Ali's character, and Mahershala Ali's daughter was acting the way that Julia Roberts was acting toward her, nobody had an issue with it. Everybody was like, yo, yeah, don't trust them. You don't know if they really their house. I didn't even blame Julia Roberts' character. Like, no, fuck that. They come knocking on the door in the middle of the night saying they these people, and you never seen them or met them. It don't make sense. But I digress. You got to take away what you see in the movie, what the movie's really talking about, right? That shit can happen. That shit can happen, guys. And I forgot who it was in the comments on Monday that was like, yo, who are they going to get to pull the trigger? Who are they going to get to fire on Americans? Look how easily they got people to start snitching on their neighbors who might have fucking coughed or something like that. Oh, my neighbors are having a house party and it's quarantine. They're having a house party. They're watching a football. They had people over to watch the football game. Police come to this address because there's 10 people in the house watching the game. Ain't shit got to do with you. Look how easy they got people to snitch on their neighbor, on their family. It'd be that much easier to get them to fucking dime you out in a situation like that or point the fucking barrel at you. Freak Mac said they just imported an 8 million person army. Psh, bruh. Exactly. Montoya said she would have questioned that encounter too. But I'm telling you guys, movie like this, Civil War movie, pay attention to it. Watch it. Like the movie Leave the World Behind, it was a great movie. It was a really well done movie. The ending was left a bit to be desired, but it was a really well done movie. This movie, Civil War, looks like it's going to be a really good movie. Really entertaining movie. However, take heed to what the movie is telling you. Watch out for the symbolism. Watch out for the subtle hints. Right? Just like Stanley Kubrick was trying to tell you what he did during the moon landing and all that other shit. Take that for this too. Just like Stanley Kubrick was trying to tell you about that pedophile ring and the fucking sex cults and shit with eyes wide shut. You gotta take this shit the same way too. Like I said, there's a book called 1 Second After that Congress endorses, and it talks about a lights out scenario in America. Congress endorses that book. The Obamas bankrolled Leave the World Behind. Why? 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 Why is this movie Civil War coming out? All this is happening while we're fighting a war on two fronts. When our border security is spread thin. They just caught a bunch of Chinese nationals coming across the border, and they looked like they was ready to scrap. Think about it, guys. Dude chased me all through a Costco because I would not put a diaper on my face hole. Jesus. Oh, man. Fuego said they playing with people's minds. Telling you guys, watch that shit. Go watch. If you don't want to read the book, then don't read it. But go watch 1984. Go watch 1984. I bring this book up all the time. Go get this book. Go get this book. Find it. I'm gonna let you know the digital version is missing some chapters. So if you can find a hard copy, get the hard copy. Behold the Pale Horse by Bill Cooper or William Cooper. He predicted everything that was happening now. History tells you that a part of human behavior shows when you believe the propaganda and are in fear, you believe in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. How you did that Patriot Act. The Patriot Act. That's how that shit got passed. People were so scared they just let that shit go. Think about that. And then just think about the shit that's going on right now. They so desperate. Other side ain't got nobody that can beat Donald Trump. They got nobody that could beat Donald Trump. I told y'all before, the only people that could probably even come close to beating Donald Trump is RFK, and we already know that the left ain't rocking with RFK and Michelle Obama. Other than that, they got nobody that can rock with Donnie T. He ain't got to run a race. He really don't. He's still out there campaigning. Shout out to my man Just Josh. He was like, yo, Donald Trump not even out there campaigning and he in the lead. No, he campaigning. He's still doing his rallies and all that shit. Still selling out stadiums. He just not debating because he ain't got to. He can watch them bicker amongst themselves. And he still hold a fucking substantial lead. He polling higher in black communities that hated him fucking, 7 years ago. They hated him. Now they like, yo, fuck that. I'd rather have him back. The left know they screwed. They throwing all sorts of Hail Marys. They throwing all sorts of grenades trying to fucking kill his momentum. To the point where they even out here trying to what's the word? Project all the ailments and maladies that Joe Nicholslick got on the Donnie T. Could he have dementia? I heard he forgot his granddaughter's birthday. Is he losing his mind? Or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Then you got Business Insider of all fucking publications. Business Insider got an article talking about here's what would go down if Donnie T fucking kicked the bucket in the middle of the fucking election. But we feel like they're gonna do something. Just spitballing here, that'd be crazy. Could you imagine what was set? So, could you imagine what was set off a civil war in America if they fucking off Donnie T? If they off Donnie T and that shit is the fucking straw that broke the camel's back, and that's what sent motherfuckers spiraling, that would be crazy. Exactly, Tyler. If you can't beat them, get a beat on them. Right. That would be nuts. What if, that would be crazy. Exactly, Retro. That would be a straight up instantly. And it would probably prophesize that book, The Last President. It would probably prophesize that book, The Last President. Bruh. That shit crazy. Like, look at all the shit that's going on right now with the president. With Joe Nicholslick, right? His son. His son didn't even show up to. His son didn't show up to the fucking his trial? What was happening today? He didn't show up to that shit, but he damn sure showed up in front of up on Capitol Hill to give a speech on how he being railroaded. Check this shit out.
But I'm also here today to correct how the MAGA right has portrayed me for their political purposes. I am first and foremost a son, a father, a brother, and a husband from a loving and supportive family. I'm proud to have earned degrees from Georgetown University and Yale Law School. I'm proud of my legal career and business career. I'm proud of my time serving on a dozen different boards of directors. And I'm proud of my efforts to forge global business relationships. For 6 years, MAGA Republicans, including members of the House committees who are in a closed-door session right now, have impugned my character, invaded my privacy, attacked my wife, my children, my family, and my friends. They have ridiculed my struggle with addiction, they have belittled my recovery, and they have tried to dehumanize me, all to embarrass and damage my father, who has devoted his entire public life to service. For 6 years, I have been the target of the unrelenting Trump attack machine, shouting, "Where's Hunter?" Well, here's my answer. I am here.
Where's Hunter? I'm here. But you fucking played hooky at your fucking your hearing today. He didn't even show up at the deposition. That's what it's called. He didn't even show up to his deposition today. He didn't show up to his deposition today, guys. But he's here. I'm here. Where's Hunter? Well, I'm here. Who wrote that speech for him? Because he ain't write that shit. Well, then I don't know. He's a lawyer, right? He's a lawyer. He might have wrote the shit. He might have wrote that shit. But I'm gonna just jog y'all memory on what Joe Nicholslick said about people who skip subpoenas and shit like that.
Your message to people who defied congressional subpoenas on the January 6th committee.
I hope that the committee goes after them and holds them accountable.
Should they be prosecuted by the Justice Department?
Yes.
Your message to people
One
who
more time.
defied congressional subpoenas on the January 6th committee.
I hope that the committee goes after them and holds them accountable.
Should they be prosecuted by the Justice
I do,
Department?
yes.
Your message to congressional subpoena.
I hope they prosecute him and hold him accountable. Isn't that what he just said? Or arrest him and hold him accountable. Meanwhile, his son just skipped his fucking deposition. He skipped his subpoena. I guess rules for thee, not for me. My dad's the president of the United States. He'll have your ass. You know who I am? I'm Hunter Biden. My dad's the president of the United States. He's gonna have your ass. Get your fucking hands off me. So that's exactly what's happening. I guess he ain't gotta show up, right? Again, on the right side of things. And by the right side of things, I mean he playing with the team that everybody likes. I told y'all wasn't shit gonna happen with that gun charge. I told y'all why. That gun charge, they gotta prove that he was under the influence back when he fucking filled out the paperwork saying that he didn't use drugs. They gotta prove that shit. How you prove that shit? You need to have him do a drug test. Can't go back to whenever he bought the gun to do a drug test. All right, he ain't got no felonies for drug possession. Knew that shit wasn't gonna fucking stick, but everybody was, oh, they got him. No, they don't. Then you got what's her name? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. That's H.J. Boo. Think she was talking about they ain't got no evidence, some shit like that. What'd she say? Let's see what she said. Let's see what this crazy girl said.
That not only is the committee not allowing Hunter Biden to testify publicly, but they have not called a single witness, a single first-hand witness to any of their allegations. They haven't allowed anybody to testify publicly because they do not have a single witness.
I mean, last I checked, I think Tony Bobolinsky was willing to testify. I believe they had turned Biden's brother against him. Not against him, but I think he had said some shit like, yeah, no, he did that shit. They got people. It's just that the Democrats don't want to recognize those people for that shit. That's what that is. They don't want to recognize that shit. You say something enough times, people are bound to believe it, right? Even the dude in the background, like, I think you should stop talking. Look at his face. He looked like he's worried about what she's saying right now. Like, that's categorically false.
To any of their alleged allegations. They don't.
They do. They do. What about the bank records they found that I think Nickel Slick got $40,000 kickback off a $4 million deal. They traced from a company in China, through his brother, through his son, to him getting 10% of that deal. 10% for the big guy, huh? 10% for the big guy. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, if you're new, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. Please share this stream. We got 50 over here on Rumble. Please hit them thumbs up. Hit them thumbs up, guys. Hit that damn thumbs up. Stop lurking. Golly mighty. Stop lurking. And if you're over on YouTube, in the description, you'll see the link for my Rumble channel if you want to come join the rest of us over here on Rumble. YouTube being some hoes tonight. Come on over. JR says, every time I see that chick, I'm still shocked that she's in Congress. Bruh. People don't believe it, but yo, I remember the story. She answered a casting call. That's why she's there. That's why she's there. Her and a few other people. And she was one of the ones that made it through. They legit had a casting call and they got her. That's a straight shoot. Bruh. I'm telling you, shit is crazy. Shit is crazy, but they don't want to hold Hunter Biden accountable for a gosh dang thing, do they? And then this chick, where the fuck did she come from? She probably answered another casting call. They found her somewhere too. She from some think tank. She gotta be. She gotta be. I don't even know her name.
I first want to thank my colleagues because they have laid out the facts as clear as anyone could. We have worked diligently. As you've heard my colleagues talk about the amazing leadership of the Jamie Raskin, who I also call the GOAT. Listen.
The Jamie Raskin that we also call a GOAT. Jamie Raskin is a fucking snake.
We work hard. And we work hard because we actually believe that we were sent here to do a job. We didn't come to be actors and actresses. We came to do a job.
What was that?
We came to do a job. We actually believe in the come to be actors and actresses. We didn't come to be actors and actresses. We didn't come to be actors and actresses. We came to do a job. We actually believe in the institution, the very institution that they tried to tear down physically. And right.
They tried to tear down physically. With what? With what? With what? I was on Council on Future Conflict on Friday. It was a great episode last Friday. We were talking about it, right? Juneteenth. They try to tear down democracy. With what? With what? American flags and fucking bike helmets? Scott and Joe and them came up with it. They had a great point. They said they must have forgot about the Weather Underground. Y'all remember the Weather Underground? Who know about the Weather Underground? And the attacks they had on the Capitol. What about the bombing campaign that happened at the Capitol in the 60s? Oh, they don't remember that shit. Oh, but Juneteenth. Juneteenth was, oh my God, it was the worst attack on our democracy since 9/11. That's what they want you to believe.
Right now, we know that they are continually trying to tear us down from within. When we swore our oath to protect against enemies, foreign and domestic. And let me tell you something. Those of us that serve on oversight, especially those.
Now, as she's talking, I want you to read this. What did it say? MAGA GOP's bogus impeachment. Wrong priorities.
Of us that are specifically Democrats, I feel like we are constantly fighting domestic enemies, and no one should feel that way. The American people should be outraged right now. Outraged.
She right, though. She right. The American people should be outraged. They should be outraged that they got a criminal in the White House. They should be outraged that the housing market is through the roof, that we're at $33 trillion in debt. And we still gave $200 million to the Ukraine again, on top of however much money we gave again. We gave in the past. The fact that people are making more money than they ever made and are fucking broke. That a bag of apples costs $10. That gas is $4 a gallon. That a house 6 years ago that might have been $200,000 is now $500,000. That the Fed had to hike interest rates because of inflation that this president put us through. That's what they should be outraged about. That's what we should be outraged about. I don't know who she is, JR. Yo, a bag of apples like $10 fucking dollars, yo. That's what they should be outraged about. Not the fact that the crackhead son of the president of the United States is under indictment for a fucking tax evasion or poor business practice, whatever he's under attack for, or the fact that the president of the United States is using his crackhead son, or was using his crackhead son as a shell company. That's what they counting on. You can't prove because it was all under Hunter Biden. It was his dealings. Oh, okay. I'm sure if we follow the money, that 10% of that, whatever it was, every time he got paid was going to him, like it said in the fucking laptop. Just saying. I'm sure that money went around not just nickel slick. I'm sure Barry O got a few bucks. I'm sure Barry O got a few bucks. Two-tier justice system, people. Two-tier justice system. They worry about Donnie T taxes. Meanwhile, it's Hunter Biden. And probably Joe Biden as well. He probably did get some. Sorry, I'm picking my teeth on the fucking thing. I got steak in my teeth. You get a bag of apples, you sell an apple pie for $25, probably, yo. Tyler said when a bag of apples costs $10, buy one and plant the seeds. I hear that. Oh, nobody's comfortable about them underage encounters. But they trying to sweep them shits under the rug. They trying to distract from all that shit. I'm being railroaded. My dad's a president. You up here sleeping with underage girls. All that other shit. Nobody worry about that though. Barry making movies. At least he's sophisticated enough to hide the grift. Shit crazy, bro. Shit is fucking nuts. But people scared. We can't have Donald Trump back in office. Why not? Why not? How bad was your fucking life when he was in office? The question you should be asking yourself is how much better life was when he was in fucking office. I ain't seen so many vacation pictures on Instagram in my life when Donnie T was in office. Young motherfuckers making life decisions at the gas pump. Shit. Do I fill my tank up or do I go to the grocery store? Do I go to the grocery store or do I go hit the fucking the value menu at McDonald's? Or do I give me one of the little $5 Little Caesars pizzas? It's fucking crazy. They scared of him because of peer pressure, because people told him to be scared of him. Y'all don't understand. I was a Democrat. I voted for Obama twice. That's all I knew was being a Democrat. When I seen Obama fucking up and I seen what Donnie T was talking about, I'm like, yo, I can get behind that. You know, I can get behind what Donnie T was talking about because guess what? Because Obama was talking that same shit in 2008 and again in 2012. He was talking about building a border wall in 2008. $25 billion wall. That was what Obama was talking about. So when Trump came out with the $25 billion wall, I was like, all right, that's what's up, because Obama was talking about a $25 billion wall. Nickel slick. I voted for 700 miles of border wall. What the fuck happened then? Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer capping for the wall too back then. All of a sudden Donnie T get in and this shit is a fucking tragedy. It's a humanitarian crisis now. Oh, he actually gonna give tax cuts to the lower middle class and hold the top 10%, I think at the time, accountable for their taxes? He actually did that shit. what the Democrats do. Oh my God, these are horrible tax cuts. Da-da. Oh, it's horrible because he actually fucking sticking it to y'all niggas. But the lower middle class got a hand up. Trump let more black people out of jail than fucking I don't know, Alvin Bragg. Oh my God, he got more black people out of jail than the fucking NAACP. With the First Step Act. Oh, it doesn't go far enough. It's called the First Step Act. It doesn't go far enough. Motherfuckers, there's a lot of people that got buyer's remorse. It's a whole lot of people, especially around the way, especially in the hood, they got buyer's remorse over nickel slick. They're like, yo, we fucked up on this one. And then you got the news talking about, oh, these people don't really know politics like that. They just want to get another stimulus check and da 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 da. Now they want to all of a sudden tell you that stimulus checks don't stimulate the economy and that is actually a detriment to the economy. Oh, now you want to tell people that because they say, yo, we was with Donnie T was getting checks. Niggas was getting checks before the stimulus checks. Getting more money in their paycheck and all that other good stuff. You know what's funny? Is that how they made that tax cut that Donnie T did, so they made it seem so fucking bad. If it was so fucking bad, then why did they keep it? Why did they keep it? Because they ain't got rid of that tax plan yet. Why did they keep it? I guess it wasn't as bad as they thought it was, right? Shit is ridiculous to me. I was like, they don't need to understand politics to understand economics. They know that when one person was in office, they had more money in their pocket and the spending was and the cost of products were low. The other person getting the fucking office is 2008 all over again. Tyler said, that's how they feel about you. The bigotry of low expectations is the worst bigotry. That's facts. They told y'all for 4 years that the orange man was bad and Joe Biden was coming to save America. Oh, man. It's the complete opposite. Like I said before, he rickrolled the shit out of everybody. He rickrolled the shit out of everybody. We'll see how that shit go with Hunter Biden and these subpoenas. He probably just gonna continue not to show up. Ain't nothing gonna fucking happen. Because why? Because the Republicans also. I can't even blame Democrats so much. The Republicans ain't got no fucking balls. I'm talking about the ones on Capitol Hill. Go kick his fucking door in with a whole fucking SWAT team kitted up. Didn't they just do that shit in Mar-a-Lago? Didn't they just do that shit to some people from Juneteenth? He did this shit to Roger Stone. Send some motherfuckers to Hunter Biden house kitted out. Vesting ARs and shit like that in their hands to fucking bring him in. What's up, Rez? They ain't gonna do that shit. They ain't gonna do that shit. They ain't got it in them. Democrats over here playing with fucking plaster in their raps and the Republicans talking about some like fight fair. Anyway, y'all see this shit? So somebody sent me. Somebody sent me this. Check this out. So what does it say? And if you down there, let me know if y'all been seeing this shit. So it says breaking: multiple Dallas residents have reported seeing mysterious black military helicopters flying at low altitudes throughout the city. Multiple residents in the Dallas, Texas City area have reported seeing mysterious black military helicopters flying at low altitudes throughout the city, causing confusion. Officials attributed that this activity was from the Department of Defense, which is conducting military training operations at various sites in North Texas throughout the week. The Training involves air and ground mobility across the Metroplex. Is that right? Is that right? Anybody live in Dallas area that's been seeing this shit? Look at this shit. Anybody in the Texas area been seeing this shit? That shit look crazy. You down there, Rez? Are you in San Antonio? You haven't seen anything? Yeah, this was from what? How long ago was this? This was yesterday or last night. This was posted. That's interesting. Let me see what this say. Hold on, let me see. Somebody said it's been frequented in OKC as well. I mean, I haven't been seeing people. I ain't seen them moving fast like that, but I've been seeing like jets and shit like that close to my house. But I think that's interesting. I remember it was a story. Was it 2017 or 2018? I think it was like, where was it at? I think, was it California? Where they were trying to say it was a military exercise, but these helicopters was flying low. They was this it right here? 2019. God damn. Check this out. I'm sitting there talking about it. Somebody posted this shit. Damn. How about that? Look at this. This dude here. Remember that time military helicopters landed on Wilshire Boulevard in 2019? They landed and removed something from one of the buildings. Yeah, and they tried to say it was a fucking a war drill. But nobody knew what the fuck was going on. This is it right here. This is what I was talking about. Look at this shit. Look at this. They're extracting soldiers. That's some CTU shit, yo. Look at this shit, yo. And this story got swept under the rug back then. This story got swept all the way under the rug. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, what the look? And they carrying something. I don't know what they carrying in their hand. It's almost like they extracted a dirty bomb out of fucking Cali. Bruh. That shit crazy. And them motherfuckers probably didn't even question what the fuck did they just pull out of there. That story went by the wayside. It was like a flash in the pan. It was a fucking flash in the pan back then. I remember that shit. That shit was crazy to me. I'm like, who did they extract or what did they extract? What were they looking for? What the hell was they looking for that they sent that many soldiers into like fucking downtown LA or wherever that is, Wilshire Boulevard, is that LA? To find out or get whatever the fuck that was they got and then extracted them right out of the street. Extracted them right out of the street. And if it was a drill, what the fuck kind of drill was they? What were they preparing for if that was an actual drill? Red said it was SHIELD. If they were so-called preparing for something, what the hell were they preparing for? Somebody got to tell me something. Somebody got to tell me something. That shit is crazy. Montoya said he was looking for them Epstein records. Anyway, I thought that shit was interesting. I wanted to show y'all that. That shit happening in Dallas, Texas. When I seen that shit from Texas, it immediately made me think of that shit that happened in Cali. It was 2019, not 2018. That's crazy. Guys, I'm telling you guys, keep your head on the swivel. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm telling you. And then you got shit like this coming up. Shout out to Hotep Goldstein. He says, Blue Beam finna be fire. Hologram projections outside of a Game Awards show creating portals in the sky. Look at this shit. Did y'all see this? That's fucking crazy. And I'm assuming this right here is how they pulled it off, but I could be wrong. But look at that shit. That shit look crazy. That shit look crazy. And for those of you who don't know what Project Bluebeam is supposed to be a campaign that the quote-unquote elites pull off to convince us that we're under an alien invasion in order to galvanize nations and do some fucking Independence Day shit and bring in a new world order if every country around the world had a common enemy. Yeah, that shit crazy as shit. Exactly, Fuego. Aliens is next. Tyler said, nope, I'm good. Nope. But that's what they're doing, yo. Retro says Project Bluebeam is going to be a bitch. Let me tell you. They going, like, again. Damn, here we go. What's it called? Predictive programming. Spider-Man Far From Home. What the fuck was Mysterio doing? Mysterio had people convinced that monsters from another dimension had came and seeped through into our reality and start fucking shit up. And in reality, it was just fucking smoke and mirrors and drones. Proving this shit can be done. This shows you that this shit can be done. You'll see the other stuff where it show like whales and shit surfing in the sky and shit like that. They already can do this shit. They're conditioning this, Rez. Anarch says, motherfuckers will see that, laugh, and turn around and believe every word out of the mouths of anchors. That's true. Be able to differentiate between the reality and their not that. And they're not. That's the key. Yeah. Yeah, Hollywood stands for like the Hollywood or whatever it is, like the allegedly the wood that they make like magic wands and shit out of or something like that. Yeah. But that's just crazy, yo. That shit is nuts. It's cool as fuck though. But like they don't have no screen up. It's like how the fuck they do that? I'm assuming they're using the smoke to do it. I guess to use the smoke to project onto, I guess. That shit is crazy. That's crazy. I'm telling you guys, they're conditioning this for something. Something gonna happen. I'm just saying. And I hope it don't. Don't get me wrong. I hope it doesn't. I hope don't no crazy shit go down. I hope no crazy shit go down. But I'm telling you guys, please just get prepared, guys. Please just get prepared. Like I said, get a couple totes. See, all y'all people that's single ain't got no kids and shit, y'all lucky because just got to take care of yourself. Even if you got a significant other but no kids, you got, just y'all too. But people with the kids, please, man. Prepare. Get a tote full of canned goods, couple of totes, right? Like I got a couple of totes full of canned goods and stuff like that, oodles and noodles and shit like that. But what I'm about to start doing is I'm gonna label probably 2 totes each, right? Big totes after everybody in my family. Me, the wife, the kids. And fill them totes up. So everybody got their own tote full of shit. And I'm going to gear everything that I put in that tote to what they eat. You know what I mean? At least 30 days. At least 30 days of food, water, first aid. You know what I mean? Shit like that. I'm just saying. Make sure you got some protection. Something to protect your neck. Work on something to protect your neck. That shit crazy. Because between these movies coming out predicting civil war, some kind of attack here in America, fucking shit like this with the Project Bluebeam situation or whatever you call it, or whatever you want to call it. Like, and I'm assuming it's that thing on the thing because the way everything's converging is converging onto that like projector. I guess that is. It would look like to me at least. Regardless. Like, with all this shit they're definitely, the tail is definitely wagging the dog right now. The tail is definitely wagging the dog. Just be prepared for whatever, guys. Be prepared to be able to take care of your family. If the lights go out, you got resources. You know, at least for 30 days. At least for 30 days. Learn to hunt. You know what I mean? You don't need a gun. I mean, it'd be great to have one. But get a bow and arrow like I got. I don't need to use one of them back there. I mean, that makes shit easier, but you know, if you live in like a development or a neighborhood like I do, I might not want my neighbors to hear my gun go off and see a deer drop. I might fucking have to hit that deer with the silent but deadly, the bow, and drag that shit in the garage. Just be prepared, man. Be prepared. And if you can, find a group of like-minded individuals that you all can feed off of and thrive off of. Somebody might got the land. Somebody might know how to fucking garden. Somebody might know how to hunt. Somebody might know how to build. You know what I mean? Somebody might be tech savvy, or you know what I mean? Just saying, guys, because I don't know what's going to happen. He definitely did, though, reaction. He definitely did. I didn't bring that up. He definitely tried to discredit that whole cabal theory. So that shit is definitely a thing. And the fact that he tried to discredit that shit in that movie was like, they definitely exist. They definitely exist. Else they wouldn't have them Davos and them fucking WEF meetings if that wasn't the case. Brad said, stop being assholes. He said, you might need a friend though real soon. Yeah. Yeah. If you don't trust nobody, then fucking make sure that you don't need nobody. Like I said, guys, get your preps in order because I don't know what's about. I don't know what's about to happen. That's actually that's a good point too. Reaction. The whole Ethan Hawke, I'm a useless man shit. Yeah, that shit pissed me off because it was like, you had Mahershala Ali who was taking the masculine role, which is fine. But then you had Julia Roberts who took the masculine role as well. Everybody was more manly than fucking Ethan Hawke in that movie. All he did was take orders and fucking get flustered. That shit's annoying. That shit's annoying. Now, I gotta admit, though. Julia Roberts did some good driving avoiding them fucking Teslas. Carbon Psyop says, man, I'm hoping the meltdown is still 2 to 3 years off. I hope that shit don't hit. Fuego said that's a good time in 2 to 3 years. Probably. But desperate times call for desperate measures, right? And I feel like they're desperate. I think because they don't have anybody, because like I said this before, Donnie T sped up their timeline. They can't allow him to win again. If he do and he throws their timeline off again, anybody wins that's against him throws off their timeline. You're screwed. I feel like they're going to try and pull some World War II shit. Remember, FDR served 3 terms under World War II because it was wartime. And it was like, we can't have an election during wartime. Right? So they're going to try to do some shit like that. And in order for them to suspend an election and then not be a 2024, you need something significant to happen. You need a significant attack on American people, whether that's abroad in some other country or here. If you have a significant attack here in America, that will most definitely get the election postponed. You need to do it. That's what I mean. That's what they need to do. Excuse me. Kevin Bacon. Cash will be useless if the government falls. Yeah. Red says the timeline is so clear after Donald J. Trump, they freaked out and showed their hand. They ain't got no choice but to show their hand, and they don't even care. They like, yo, this shit gotta work. And if they can't beat them, yo, they gonna fucking try to get them out of the paint. They're gonna try to fucking delete them, or they're gonna have to postpone the election. How do you do that? You're gonna need another pandemonium. You're gonna need another demic, or you're gonna need another war. They trying to figure out which war they're going to use. They need to use either they're going to use Ukraine's war, or they're going to use Israel's war, or they might use both. Or we might have a Red Dawn scenario happen here, or what we perceive to be a Red Dawn scenario. What's up, Emmanuel? I'm thinking cyber polygon, blame it on Russia, then escalate the Ukraine proxy war. Ooh, that's interesting. That's an interesting take. That's a very interesting take. I had to give you this one right here on that one. That was an interesting take. That's a Kofi on tight right there. Newsom Michelle 2024 might be in play. It could be. I don't even know if they. I'm just saying. Michelle Obama might got the power to try to maybe knock Donnie T off his podium, but I don't know. People is fed up, yo. People is fed up. No, we just talking about murder bots and Project Bluebeam. Now you got all these disease X's. They talking about this shit might happen like this year or next year, some shit like that. The white lung or some shit. Insight said Red Dawn on steroids. Their armies have been flooding the border. Biden is a treasonous oligarch. Bro, that's a fact. That's a fact. You get the fucking Don DeMarco for that one, bro. You think that's what's gonna happen? You think Trump gonna pick Tulsi for his VP? I could see that. I could definitely see that. I always thought either her or what's the chick from Arizona, the one that lost, Carrie Lake. Yeah, her or Carrie Lake. Yeah, we were just discussing it. A bit. What you think about it, Emmanuel? What you give it? You think so? Carbon Psyop says, there's an awakening in my opinion. So whatever they pull, half of us are going to laugh at them. The other half are going to go crazy. It will be a trip. Yeah, the other half can be the ones that's trying to fucking take us at gunpoint. That's what that is. Think about it. Look how the Cove base. Look at how the stupid 19 was handled. Why would she even dance to that song though? Like, it just didn't make sense. The whole soundtrack didn't make sense in that movie at all. It just didn't fit. It didn't fit at all. But I digress on that. Insight says Vivek is a salesman. He would be a great press secretary. Imagine him handling the press room with ease. Yeah. Man said the movie was a watchable psyop. Exactly what it is. You missed the trailer we just played earlier, man. You had to go back to the beginning. We played the trailer for the movie Civil War that's coming out in the spring. I guess it's in April or something like that. I might play it again before I get off of here. Reaction says the highest art of warfare is to defeat your enemy without firing a single shot. Interesting. I do. I think he would be a good press secretary. I said that before. Reaction says the cyber/EMP expert was on the Patrick Bet-David podcast twice in a month. Is that right? Shortly after he died of a heart attack. Is that right? Shit. Damn. I'm just saying, guys. Like I said, guys, get your food, get your medical, get water. If you can afford it, get a generator. Keep a couple cans of gas on hand. Only use that generator when it's needed. You know, get, fucking kerosene heaters or something like that. I know Tractor Supply still sell them. Get your kerosene heater. Just get all of your preps that you can think of, and then get prepared for, the long haul. And if the shit don't come, then it don't come, and you got some fucking food rations and stuff just in case times get hard. You know what I mean? Insight said Vivek is a spell breaker. It's in his name. We all have a role. That's a good. If you don't have supplies, make friends. That is actually, if your skill set is social engineering and fucking being sociable and being a likable person, then use that shit to your advantage. Do what you gotta do, but survive. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson interview, but I still haven't finished it yet. This movie probably doubled the pepper stock. Oh, shit. Cooking with no seasoning. Oh, man. Anyway. That's all I got for you guys tonight. Hotep's Been Told You after party, after the Hotep's Been Told You podcast tomorrow night on Hotep TV on Rumble. That's Hotep TV on Rumble, guys. And the CannonHotep YouTube channel. If YouTube don't fucking take me down. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out, guys. You want to donate to the channel? $ CannonHotep on Cash App. Keep me off OnlyFans, people. $ CannonHotep on Cash App. Super chats, Rumble rants are always welcome, guys. They're always welcome. Carbon Stop says, I sort of think geography is going to make a big difference. If things get crazy, I'm biased, but I think rural Southeast going to be all right. Yeah. And I'm fucking 40 miles from Washington, D.C. Golly mighty. Emmanuel, you fucking basically live at the White House, don't you? No problem. I appreciate you guys tuning in, Rez. Like I said, if you on Rumble, hit that thumbs up button, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Don't be over there lurking and shit. Hit that thumbs up button. Also, we're streaming live over on Twitter, or Elon's Twitter, or X. So if you catch a replay over there, I appreciate you guys for swinging through. Anyway, Emmanuel said, "Man, yeah, yeah, yo, you better be live on the scene, bruh." Oh, JR down there too. Shit. She did call her agent, and I think Bernie Sanders came to her defense, didn't he? JR got houses blowing up in his neighborhood. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you too. Another fucking house blew up. Where that shit at? Another house blew up. Here it go. Somewhere in PA. Numerous emergency crews are on the scene of a large house explosion. Emergency personnel are currently on site at a significant house explosion in Sewickley Heights, Pennsylvania. Multiple firefighters are actively searching through the rubble of the collapsed house at this time. It is unknown if there are any injuries. Several residents in the surrounding area have reported that their entire neighborhood shook due to the explosion. Authorities are advising people to steer clear of the affected area. That's fucking nuts. Somebody reporting anything on this? Let me see what they say. So they not reporting on. They just showing it. Damn. I mean, the house like it was in the middle of nowhere, but still, it ain't no house left. Shit. That shit, it just left a crater. What blew up? A man who said these houses are blowing up due to racism and transphobia. These house explosions are just canceled meth labs. Oh, man. I don't know how many CCP spots. I can show you that video again. I can tell you that much. Fuego said natural gas, propane, or meth. But that's crazy. I wonder what happened with this shit. We won't never get the story. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say something nefarious happened. I'm just saying that's the second house to explode in a week. Anyway, where's it at? Hold up. I know I'm supposed to be getting out of here, but you know. Here you go, right here. Look at this shit. Look at all these Chinese nationals. Look at them. Look at all of them. Look at this. Coming through our border. They gonna add them to the Trump indictment. Hey, look at this shit. That's interesting. Coming through the southern border. Look at this shit. Look, he ready to go fight. They got nice luggage. Their shoes ain't all dusty. Like they just got dropped off. Look how they standing. Look at this. Bro, I'm telling you. Wings fried hard gonna be lit. Popeye the saddle tramp. Jeez, Popeye the saddle tramp says standing at ease. Is that what they doing? Red said he like they train. That's a good question, JR. And last we heard about the northern border, they fucking Dukes of Hazzard that fucking Tesla and blew that bitch up, remember? That was like 2 weeks ago. Our only weapon is if they defect to freedom. It's going to be wild. Non-existent. It is non-existent. Oh man, anyway, it's getting late, y'all. I'm gonna play before I get out of here, I'm gonna play that trailer for the new movie. Like I said, guys, I still have it in the description. Go pick up Tactical Wisdom by Joe Dolio. It tells you what to do when the lights go out or in the midst of civil unrest. Good reads. I didn't touch a couple of topics today, but we'll touch them tomorrow on the after party. Anyway, until next time, it's CannonHotep saying be safe, stay strapped, don't miss. Keep your head on the swivel, guys, because the tail is wagging the dog. The tail is wagging the dog. I'll holler at y'all.
19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens?
We're moving to D.C. today.
We need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol.
Every instinct in me says this is death.
Flooded.
Every time I survived a war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? Well, you're American, okay?
Okay. What kind of American are you? You don't know?
The Western forces will reach the White House on July 4th.
Oh my God.
Get in the car! Get in the car!
Move, move, move!
You're gonna hang back.
I'm not hanging back.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go, 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 go!
God bless America.
Don't relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.